Hello friends, today I am going to teach you a topic that is understanding our criminal justice system of class 8. There are two friends, one is Girish and another one is Sinu. Girish said Sinu, someone has stolen Mira aunt's gold necklace. Then Sinu replied, I know this matter Girish, but she is suspicious about her servant Ketaki that she has done this crime. Then again Girish said, Crime? What is crime, Sinu? Sinu replied, My uncle says stealing from another person is crime. He also said, a person who does this is called a criminal. It is the police who arrest criminals. Then Girish asked, Then what happened next, Sinu? Sinu replied, I don't know I don't know much about it. Girish, let's ask to my uncle. Their uncle said, Today I will give you some basic knowledge about our criminal justice system. They both became happy and thanked to their uncle. Then now we will see what Sinu's uncle said about our criminal justice system. First of all, we will see what is a crime. A crime is an act done by a person which is against the laws of a country or region. A person who does this is called a criminal. Things like killing another person, injuring another person, or stealing from another person are crimes in most countries. Also, it can be a crime to have or sell contraband such as illegal drugs and guns. What are the key players of criminal justice system? First is police, second is public prosecutor, third is defense lawyer, and fourth is judge. Now we will see what is the role of police in investigating a crime. One important function of police is to investigate any complaint about the commission of a crime. An investigation includes recording statements of witnesses and collecting different kinds of evidences. If the police thinks that the evidence points to the guilt of the accused person, then they file charge sheet in the court because police has no right to decide whether a person is guilty or not. It is up to the judges. Accordance with law, the Supreme Court has laid down guidelines that the police must follow at the time of arrest, detention, and interrogation. The police are not allowed to beat or torture or shoot anyone during investigation. They cannot inflict any form of punishment on a person, even petty offences. Then move to next slide. The Supreme Court of India has laid down specific requirements and procedure that the police and other agencies have to follow for the arrest, detention and interrogation of any person. These are known as the D.K. Basu guidelines, and some of these include: first, the police officials who carry out the arrest or interrogation should wear clear, accurate and visible identification and name tags with their designations. Second, a memo of arrest should be prepared at the time of arrest and should include the time and date of arrest. It should also be attested by at least one witness who could include a family member of the person arrested. The arrest memo should be countersigned by person arrested. The person arrested, detained or being interrogated has a right to inform a relative, friend or well-wisher. When a friend or relative lives outside the district, the time, place of arrest and venue of custody must be notified by police within 8 to 12 hours after arrest. Now we will see what are the provisions in Article 22 of the Constitution for an arrested person. Article 22 of the Constitution and criminal law guarantee to every arrested person the following fundamental rights. First, the right to be informed at the time of arrest of the offence for which person is being arrested. The right to be presented before a magistrate within 24 hours of arrest. The right not to be ill-treated or tortured during arrest or custody. Confessions made in police custody cannot be admissible at court and cannot be used as evidence against the accused. A boy under 15 years of age and woman cannot be called to the police station for questioning. Then, now we will see what is the role of public prosecutor and defense lawyer. First, role of public prosecutor. In court, it is the public prosecutor who represents the interest of the state. The role of the prosecutor begins once the police has conducted the investigation and filed the charge sheet in the court. He or she has no role to play in the investigation. The prosecutor must conduct the prosecution on behalf of the state. As an officer of the court, it is his or her duty to act impartially and present the full and material facts, witnesses and evidence before the court to enable the court to decide the case. Then, role of defense lawyer. The accused is represented by his or her lawyer in the court, who is referred as defense lawyer. If the accused is financially incapable, the court appoints a defense lawyer for him or her. The defense lawyer can cross-examine the witnesses and also ask the court to summon witnesses to prove that the accused is not guilty. Then move to next slide. Now we will see what is the role of judge. A judge is like an umpire in a game and conducts the trial impartially and in an open court. The judge hears all the witnesses and any other evidence presented by the prosecution and the defense. The judge decides whether the accused person is guilty or innocent on the basis of the evidence presented and in accordance with the law. If the accused is convicted, then the judge pronounces the sentence. He may send the person to jail or impose a fine or both, depending on what the law prescribes. Then finally, at last, we will know what is fair trial or what are the elements of fair trial. First, a fair trial should be held in an open court. Second, the trial should be held in the presence of accused. Third, a fair trial is the best means for separating the guilty from innocent from injustice. Fourth, the accused must be defended by a lawyer. Fifth, defense lawyer must have opportunity to cross-examine all the prosecution witnesses. So this is all Sinu's uncle told both Sinu and Girish. Now we will see what we have learned today. Meaning of crime first. Second, role of police in investigating a crime. Third, DK Basu guidelines regarding arrest, detention and interrogation. Fourth, rights of a arrested person accordance with Article 22 of Indian Constitution. Fifth, role of public prosecutor and judge. And sixth, elements of fair trial. Now you can know what will happen next to Mira auntie and Ketaki. So this is all. If you like my video, then like, share and subscribe. Thank you.